Okay, so you'll be here once you click on the link or that I posted for the assignment. It's going to take you here, right? Most likely it will already be playing, but you can go down here, click play, right? And there you see, right, as the years go by up here in the top corner, right, 1670, 71, 1672, right? All the dots that you see represent ships that left Africa, right, and made it somewhere in the New World, in the Americas, whether it's Brazil, right, the Caribbean, right, or North America. So each one of these ships here, right, you can zoom in, represent a slave ship. Now we're going to slow it down a little bit, okay? When you do the 0.5 speed there, it's very slowed down. You can see here on the graph, right, it kind of shows you how many slaves were taken, right? Each color represents a different country. Portugal green, the British red, France blue, Spain yellow, right, and so on and so forth, right? Pretty cool, right? As you can see here, pretty cool. Right? So your job is to pause one of these and then click on any one of these dots, okay? Any one of these dots here. For example, I'm going to click this blue one, right? This is the ship name up here, the Badine, right? From France, the French ship. This ship left the Gold Coast in Africa, right? Definition with 624 enslaved people and arrived in Cartagena with 487 slaves, right? Cartagena in Colombia, right? So it's a French slave ship that went from Africa all the way to Colombia, right? And you can see there, right, some of the slaves died on the journey, right? They originally came on board with 624, right? They only arrived in Colombia with 487, right? So your job is to click on one of these, click read more, just like this, okay? And then in your paragraph, right, you're gonna tell me, right, the vessel name, right, Badine, the vessel owner, right here, which country it's from, okay? Let's see. You're gonna find the place, the voyage where your ship's voyage began. So this is La Rochelle in France, okay? Then you're gonna write down the principal place of slave purchase, right? Gold Coast, okay, in Africa. And then you're gonna write down where the ship landed, right? The slave landing, as it says here, right? It kind of shows you, right? Cartagena in Colombia. Now, if your ship is a larger ship and it carried a lot more slaves, there's also going to be a first place of landing, right? Like my ship here, but potentially also a second and a third, right? If they carried a lot of slaves and they had to go to different destinations, okay? So you're going to write that down up here. You're going to write down the date that the voyage began, right? 1702, right? The year 1702, and then the year that the voyage ended, right? 1703. So a year of being out on sea of slave trading. You're also going to make sure you write down the captain's name of the ship, right? This is his last name, Fronda, and his first name, first initials M, right? So who knows what his name was, right? And then this is the key thing, right? Please make sure you write down how many slaves embarked. That's what that means. Total embarked, right? At the beginning, 624 African slaves, right, were forced to get on board here, okay? Total disembarked, right? How many survived the journey? Well, out of 624 that began the slave journey, only 487 even made it to the Americas, right, to survive. Okay, so we're gonna write this down. Okay, now mine doesn't have all these percentages, as you can see, right? What percent were men, what percent were women, but some will have that. You don't need to write that information down on your paragraphs, right? You just need to do the ones that I told you, right? But take a look at that still, right? As you're reading, as you're researching your ship, right? Take a look how many were women, how many were girls, how many were children, right? And again, you don't have to write that down, but just take a look, right? Take a look at this ship, okay? It's meant to show you that the 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 slave trade, right, did have a big impact on people. Okay, and yes, it's in the past. Okay, but we still have to be sensitive to the fact that these were actual human beings, right, who were being enslaved and who were being taken to a faraway foreign place, right, that they had never been to before. Okay, so again, you can click on any one of those ships, okay, any one of these, right? Just make sure, right, that you fill out the information just like I showed you here. Right? Then you're done. Then you turn in your paragraph, okay? The instructions on what to include in your paragraph are also on the class page. So if you're confused over this video, take a look at the class page as well, okay? Alrighty, thanks guys.